I'm Lee Bay. Welcome again to Architecture 360 here on Rivet. That's Quincy Jones's Killer Joe. The famed musician in his youth lived in Chicago's historic Rosenwald Apartments. Back then, the Rosenwald was a nicely appointed complex that could count the likes of boxer Joe Louis and singer Nat King Cole among its alumni. But that was a lifetime ago. The massive Bronzeville landmark has spent recent decades vacant and deteriorating. 4 acres, a full city block of decay and blight, right at 47th and Michigan. But the Rosenwald's fortunes could change soon. Work is expected to begin this year on a $110 million restoration of the art modern giant. Under the plan, the Rosenwald will become affordable housing for seniors and families, and an historic building, one that sits at the intersection of architecture, black history, and Jewish culture, would shine again. The Rosenwald and its resurrection on Architecture 360. As president of Sears Roebuck, Julius Rosenwald transformed the company from a struggling catalog retailer to a commercial powerhouse by the 1930s, and he became enormously wealthy in the process. When he died in 1932 at age 69, Rosenwald's worth would be equal to $1.4 billion today. But Rosenwald, who was white and Jewish, used his millions to improve the lives of black people. He endowed Tuskegee Institute and sat on its board, and when most Southern blacks were being educated in school buildings that were little more than shacks, Rosenwald built 5,000 small schools and facilities across the South to address that issue. In the predominantly black Bronzeville neighborhood in Chicago, Rosenwald built the Michigan Boulevard Garden Apartments in 1929. The 421-unit building, commonly called the Rosenwald Apartments today, was a handsome, well-tended structure that surrounded a landscaped courtyard. The building was designed by Ernest Grunsfeld, the guy who designed the Adler Planetarium, and he was also Rosenwald's nephew. Though it was affordable housing, the Rosenwald became a favorite for Chicago's black middle and creative classes. Poet Gwendolyn Brooks lived there for a while, so did black teachers, professors, accountants, and the like. Apartments had amenities like built-in wood cabinets, fireplaces, and parquet floors. By the 1960s, though, the Rosenwald's decline had begun. Poorer families started moving in, and financing to repair the building became tough to come by. Quincy Jones, in his 2001 autobiography, talked about the Rosenwald's later years. He said, quote, "It would break your heart to see it now. It's like a prison, metal gates and security guards, all kinds of folks shuffling in and out. It's a mess." The Rosenwald managed to survive until 2000, but the building was in such bad condition, rats, lead paint, a natural gas system that seemed on the verge of blowing up, the city ordered its evacuation, and it's been boarded since. Land White Developers is the company with plans to rehab the Rosenwald. The news website DNA Info says work could begin within weeks. The new Rosenwald will feature 235 apartments, down from more than 400 back in the day. The 2-acre courtyard will be restored, and the ground floor commercial space will be reactivated. That's Architecture 360 for now. I'm Lee Bay.